Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you my take on the best trade out there, the most probable trade there is, the go-to trade if you want incredible success rate, and I call it the inevitable trade. The inevitable trade, according to me, is a mean reversion. You need to, of course, know where to get in, where to get out, and what is this all about. So I've been telling you about how I see the market. I've been talking about the valley that goes from the bottom guardrail to the upper guardrail, and the low point is the Green River. And in the last month or so, there were 3 instances where you could have played mean reversion. So let's start going back in time, and we're gonna find the first one right here with this yellow S, and it also says mean reversion and displays you 2 values. So this S is prompted in the bear zone 1, which is between the lower guardrail and the purple haze. The lower guardrail, of course, as I discussed earlier, is 1 fluctuation maximum away from the Green River, and the purple haze is 3 times fluctuation maximum. This print is a very unique print, and it actually is the very starting point of the mean reversion that went to first target would be the top of the Green River at the given time, and that is displayed down here, 1413. So one thing to say, the first thing to say about the mean reversion is that yes, it goes back to the Green River, but it is not where the Green River is currently at. It is where the Green River was at the time of the prompt. So that's one new piece of information. And then we can measure the total distance. It went something of around 150 pips to the high point from the low. I actually figured the second value to be at 145 pips, and there's a reason for that. If we look at the 2 other ones that transpired during the last month, let's go back. A little more. Here comes a yellow S, and this one was the one that did not make it to the second target, but of course it did to the first one. So first target when the prompt appears is the 1541, which is this level here, and that's basically where it went to. And the second target, the 145 pips away, was not filled because this only went something like 115 pips total. It's important to notice that again this was the lowest print, just like in the previous instance, and there was a third mean reversion much earlier. Let's see if it's still on the sample. Yeah, it is. So this one was a little bit different from the other ones in a couple of ways. One is that the low, the S low, was actually undercut by 31, 32 pips. which is not a disaster, but the way the price proceeded higher was a channeling motion, which you can clearly see by the lot of S1 prints. About the length of the move, this was the high point, so let's measure yet again. From the S, it went something like 146 pips, so your 145 is there yet again. And I do not have the oscillators plotted here, but I want to show you a feature that normally comes with these mean reversions, and that feature, well, in this case it's not showing all that much, but this pedal to metal kind of thing, that you got at least 3 different values that maxes out the RSI 2. On the last one it happened a number of times, and right here, and then later one more time and one more time. And there's one more thing to talk about here. As you can see, this green channel that I put here on the S1 values, what tends to happen is these channels, well, this is obviously a bull flag that's supposed to break on the upside, which eventually it will, but to trap this actually had an accumulation right below the channel, so get people on the wrong side of the trade. The channel that is a bull flag actually breaks to the wrong direction first, so to collect all these stop losses sitting down here, because there's obviously people trying to buy the bottom of the channel, and then they let go after a certain number of pips, say 15 pips away. And there's another feature, so normally this would play out like this. The channel gets broken, and then you come back, backtest, and you step out. This time what happened is, after the first break, you actually came back to the middle of the channel, and then they made the head. So you can see clearly that this is a head and shoulders taking place below the channel. Now these screen plots are coming from my indicator called 88 Luftballons, and you can obtain a copy of it from me, and for free you can download the moving averages plots, by which I mean the lemmas, the Green River, and basically everything that you see here in a shape of a line. And the latest feature that I just implemented over the weekend is this little market profile here on the right hand side in the shape of numbers, and it's actually different from anything you've encountered, because market profiles are usually grabbing the starting point of a trading day, which would be, say, the beginning of the US session, and maybe they go into the overnight session as well, but then they're gonna have letters instead of numbers and blah blah blah. What is different about mine is that it takes the open exactly 24 hours earlier, and all the values are based on that open price plus minus displacements, and so every half an hour print would come up with a slightly different layout, and it might take time getting used to it, but this is my idea, and for now it works for me. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and please visit my channel because I'll be putting out a video maybe this week about scammers. So have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.